Or they'll be waiting in a line of people like, are we,
bruh, you alright back there?
Are we?
How many times you gonna fish?
How much longer is this gonna take? I gotta get some lottery tickets.
There's 2 people in front of you, sir.
Well,
how many times you gonna fix your damn shirt? Start trying to eat your own ear.
Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, Smokey, what you seen, and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think, and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Trash Talkers Podcast.
we made it.
We made it, Smokey.
Yeah, we did.
What's up, buddy Roshki?
Dude, it's hot as hell.
Bro, can I speak on something real
Go
quick?
ahead.
There was a power outage.
Oh, man.
Listen to me, y'all. I'm sure there are people out there that do appreciate it, but to the average American, we don't appreciate not having power, dude.
Oh, dude, it's torture. I mean, because we so used to it. You think about how many generations lived without any power.
Yeah, and they were just fine with it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
like,
even desert tribes, like living out there. And it's like now, after you get used to AC, try living just where you're at. I don't care if you live in Milwaukee. Try living where you're at in the middle of July with no power.
Bro, not only that, but I mean, shout out to, because I know a lot of trash talkers that I've spoken to personally that live, in the UK or on that side of town, and they don't even have AC.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even have AC because it doesn't get that hot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here in Atlanta, Georgia, it gets 172 degrees outside.
Yeah.
But, dude, so my power was out for 7 hours. I couldn't edit. I couldn't watch TV. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm hungry. Let me go make some food. Nope. Can't use the microwave. Can't use the stove. And I'm like, all right, well, let me go play video games. Nope. Can't play video games. Can't do. And I'm like, what do I do?
I did that a couple weeks ago after that storm came through. The power was out for 24 hours at my house. Man, I was trying to sleep. It's hot as hell.
Bro.
I'm over here like playing the YouTube videos on my phone.
Yeah, and dude, I had to sit in my truck and like let the AC blow.
Yo.
I mean, and when I came in the house, I'm talking completely naked, just no clothes. Like I can't have any clothes. It's that hot.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
lay on the bed and you're like, God, sweating on your
yeah,
back.
you moving weird, dude. Man, but that was torture, man. So
I was thinking, I want to go ice fishing.
I want to go with you.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be dope.
Yeah, I mean, I know when it's summer here.
Are you okay? You're itching a lot over there.
Man, my elbow was itching. I ain't got nothing on there, but it sure does itch. But
You back on the stuff, is?
Yeah.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
All right. No, but because it's summer here, it's gonna be winter on the South Pole or on the southern hemisphere.
Southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, at any point, you can find some place to go ice fishing, right?
Yeah. I mean, Antarctica, if you can really go there, but you know what I mean.
And apparently, they do have a big tourist
spot.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was trying to I thought about trying to overcome my fear of rats. You remember the show Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's this thing in Atlanta where you can go and they do like they'll put you in a box and they'll put whatever you're afraid of on top of you, and if you can last.
Is that like escape rooms?
Yeah, similar. And if you
okay.
make it a certain amount of time, they give you like a cash prize, $200, $300, $400 or something like that. And I saw one, and it was stay in a box full of rats for 45 minutes.
Ooh.
I thought about it, Smoke Dog.
I don't even have that crazy fear of rats, but I don't know if I could do that for 45 minutes.
I couldn't do it for 2.
I mean, I don't like.
I can't do it. I can't even see them. Don't even show them to me.
Yeah. I mean, I could look at it. I could probably touch one or two of them, but I don't know about laying in there. Like, if it was snakes, I ain't doing it. Sorry. I don't care.
All right, how much? How much would it take? 45 minutes. You have to lay in there with non-venomous snakes.
45 minutes?
45. How much is it going to take?
You know what? I bet after a certain number of minutes, you don't care anymore.
Right.
Yeah, you become numb to it. But that first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's gonna be painful.
But
man.
that's like the like when people do cold ice baths, like they say the first 5 minutes is torture.
Yeah.
But once you get past that,
painful.
Your brain's like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah, you adjust quick, and maybe that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
You can overcome your fears by exposure.
Is there a number that could get you in there for 45 million?
Oh man, it's gonna have to be 6 digits, like 100,000 at least.
Damn.
Man,
I don't even know if I could do that with rats, bro. I mean, I don't know. Let's read the top 3 comments from last podcast, and it was from the weirdest punk rock band names.
Yeah.
So the number 3 most liked comment on that podcast is from Don Jackson 5522. He says, one of my favorite bands when I was a teen was Mucky Pup from Mount Vernon, New York. Songs like Batman and Landscapers are not for the easily offended. True story. I used to run an amusement park ride that had lights and music. A guy came to the ride wearing a Mucky Pup t-shirt, so I played one of their songs. Turned out the guy was their manager. Wow.
Wow.
He hooked me up with a signed LP of their first album. Still have it. Shout out to Don Jackson 5522.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Heck yeah.
I think all of punk and most of hip hop too is not for the faint of heart, not for the people that are easily offended.
Yeah. I mean, that's music. That's your expression. Like, it's art.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
art.
it's art.
It's
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
The number 2 most liked comment from that podcast is from Mr. Super B1, and he's Mr. Super B. I would assume he says around 20 years ago, my brother brought a CD home from a band called Butt Trumpet.
Alright, what's the deal with Butt Trumpet?
The CD was titled Primitive Enema.
Okay. I bet a butt trumpet is a primitive enema.
Just reading the song list had me rolling. Listening to them was even better. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the number 1 most liked comment from that podcast is from insert name 8664. Insert name 8664 says there was a UK band a while back called the Test Ickles. The poster calls me a double take. Edit. As it turns out, member San Merhern, rest in peace, was an American from Florida, so credit to both sides of the pond. They knocked out some good tunes too.
Yeah. I kind of want to hear Test Ickles.
Test Ickles and Butt Trumpets.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Man, so today our topic is, and this is according. Let me get the.
Yeah, who is this according to?
Who the
Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo. Yeah. Shout out Watch Mojo. This is according to Watch Mojo, and the list is the top 5 greatest live musical performance of all time. Now,
that's a lot of ground to cover.
Now they have it's actually a top 20, but because of time, we're just gonna do the top 5, and you guys can go check out. Just Google Watch Mojo top 20 greatest live musical performances if you wanted to see the top 20, but we're gonna do the top 5 today.
Yeah.
So number 5.
Who we got at number 5?
Beyonce.
Oh.
At the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival in 2018.
Ooh, okay.
You know anything about that?
I'm trying to think if I don't know that I saw that performance. Nah.
I don't know. What's crazy is we probably have.
Oh, bet we've seen clips from it. It's not the one where her face was turning into a demon.
A demon. It might be.
Oh, was that like that was like a practice set or something for a tour or something, wasn't it?
I don't know. I know she did one at the Super Bowl, and I'm not sure where that came from, but dude, there's some.
It's crazy. She's dancing, and then her hair swings in front of her face, and then it goes back, and you see a demon face.
Dude,
then it swings back, and then it's gone.
Look, shout out to Beyonce. You know, because look, they say that's one. What do they call we have the trash talkers. Hers is called the Beehive.
The Beehive.
The Beehive.
Yeah.
They say that's one
that you don't want to mess with.
Do not mess with them.
They will jump.
They will get you. And I want to say some things, but I don't want to offend the Beehive, so I'm just gonna leave that out. But just a quick glance at what happened at this festival. It says Beyonce fans were disappointed when the pop icon had to cancel her headlining performance at the 2017 Coachella Festival due to her pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
If you know, you know. Beehive, please don't come for me. While she had been performing at Glastonbury Festival in 2011, while 8 weeks pregnant, she risked The risk was just too great this time around. However, she appeared at the following year's fest, and she absolutely showed out with powerhouse performances of songs throughout her catalog, including several with her famed group Destiny's Child. Beyonce showed exactly what she was known for as Queen Bee. And they were incredible outfits, choreography, and unbelievable energy all around. Coachella was a night to remember, and while there have been plenty of great shows throughout its years, this is arguably Coachella's best show.
Wow.
You know how crazy that statement is to say this is Coachella?
Because Coachella was where the famous hologram Tupac performance
With
happened.
Snoop.
Which I would have thought was the most famous Coachella performance of all time.
Dude, there's been a lot of Coachella performances that were like legendary, dude.
I would like to see that festival one day. That and South by Southwest. I hear that's pretty good.
Yeah,
People talk about Bonnaroo also.
You know where I really want to go? Burning Man.
Burning Man.
I know. I don't know
Not
if they
really
play
a concert.
I know,
yeah.
but I just want to experience. I just want to go in the desert for 3 days.
It'd be pretty fun, yeah.
But after that first day, you're like, all right, I'm all out of. I'm all out of this,
dude. That's the way festivals are, though. You think, oh man, I'm gonna go out there and party for 4 days, just straight.
I know people have done that.
By
Shout out
day
Johnny.
3, you're like, I wish I could get a shower.
I just want to take a nap, please.
And like the ones that have showers, there'll be like a 30 people line waiting just to get into one stall.
It's been 17
mud on the
hours,
floor.
and I'm still waiting in this line.
Yeah.
Got mud all over you coming
Yep.
down from some crazy hallucinogen trip.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
I mean, but Burning Man is something that I feel like I want to experience,
Yeah.
because I think it lasts for 3 days, and I can't remember what state it's in. Arizona,
It's Joshua Tree. That's California, right?
Cali.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought Arizona or New Mexico. I don't know.
I mean, it's in the desert.
It's
So
yeah.
That's why you think that.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, dude, it's got to be like during a winter month.
God,
I can't.
I don't know when it happens, but I would not want to be out there when it's 110 degrees.
Think about the first person to ever start Burning Man. Like, who thought of the idea to come out there with this big effigy?
Yeah.
Is that
and just burn it? Yeah.
Is it called effigy?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, yeah.
A big effigy of a man, and you
Yeah.
burn it, and you just.
What is the symbolism behind that, though?
I look at it like the common man's version of Bohemian Grove.
Moloch.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean, hey, if I can't go to Bohemian Grove, I'm gonna go to Burning Man.
Apparently, you got to be in high places to get into Bohemian Grove.
Yes.
But number 4 happens to be the Beatles at
Ooh.
Shea Stadium,
Wow.
1965.
I mean, we're talking about one of the biggest bands to ever walk Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. And by then, they were at their height.
Yeah, 65. That was like right
Yeah.
there at it.
Yeah.
Man, it's so crazy. Is there a synopsis to go on this?
There
Because
is.
I wanna go somewhere here.
We all know that the Beatles are beloved, but if you want an idea of just how intense this fandom was, which footage of them playing at Shea Stadium in in Queens. The Fab Four kicked off their second U.S. tour, truly spectacular fashion, and the crowd of more than 55,000
Wow.
were ecstatic. The band had trouble hearing themselves over the screaming. I
You
bet they
think?
did.
You think?
But ever the professionals, they were still able to pull off a brilliant performance. While there are still bands around today that can pack stadiums, there aren't many who can inspire passion on the same level as the Beatles.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sensing a theme here on the top 5. And again, there's 20 on this list. We're just reading the 5. But there's a lot of conspiracy around these.
The Beatles too, like Paul
McCartney
Yeah.
being not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Being-
talking about.
Yeah, replaced.
I mean, it's okay to talk about conspiracies, right?
Yeah, why not?
So Paul conspiracy.
You don't have to say you believe them, just
Yeah,
to
just
talk about them.
it.
Yeah.
So Paul, there's a conspiracy out there that Paul actually passed, and there's a lot of clues that some Beatle fans have put out there, and that said, "Hey, he was actually replaced with
Yeah.
another guy." And there's a lot of clues that they put out there.
Yeah, from the album cover, I believe the one where they're walking across the road.
And he's got no shoes on.
Yeah, and he's dressed differently than them, right?
Yes, and there's also like a song where they're talking about like him in a car or something.
I Am the Walrus or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then the Beehive.
It's been a while since I've heard that story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, and our previous number 5 to the Beehive, I'm just speaking what I've seen. But the conspiracy is that there are some videos out there where, she claimed she had a baby bump, but when she sat down, that baby bump collapsed. And have you not seen that?
I haven't seen that particular one.
Oh, wow, dude. Yes.
I mean, I've heard the whole conspiracy theory, but
yeah.
But no, I don't know that I saw that video particularly.
Like when she sat down and like collapsed in, and they're like, wait a minute, and then
like it was removable.
Yeah, like it was a collapsible baby bump.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, dude. And for her to I'm not gonna,
yeah, I mean, we don't want to go too deep. We don't want to try to accuse anyone of anything that we don't know happened, but what would be the motive is the question.
That's the question. And then not only that, you got the
yeah.
But again, I could say that like these symbols, stuff like that, they sell. It
exactly.
sells.
Yeah, a lot of artists want shock value for one. And if you,
but see, here's the question: you say shock value. Have you ever seen Marilyn Manson do this? I mean, that's the shocking as you can possibly get right there. You've never seen him do that.
He had many other ways of shock value as far as like ripping Bibles apart on
burning
stage.
them.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had. I'm sure there's been some kind of symbolism that he's done, right?
I mean, apparently everyone's done this right here. We're gonna get contacted by the Illuminati, aren't we?
Probably so.
I'll sign up. To just let me know the terms and the verifications. I'll be more than happy to.
That's so dumb.
You would too if the ramifications were met to your adequate requirements.
Yeah, I mean, if it's but the thing is, nobody's gonna come to you and be like, "Hey, you join our group and we will give you everything and nothing bad will ever happen." Like, what's the point? Why would they even want you? Is the question.
So, is there? Do you think there is an Illuminati? Do you think there is a group?
Well,
that's
I mean, there definitely
people?
was an Illuminati according to history back in the day, but it's not particularly the Illuminati that they claim is today.
So, do you think there is a group of people that are approaching artists that are saying, "Hey"?
That's tough. I'm not sure. I'm sure.
What's your gut say? Yes or no? I know
well,
this is hard for you.
In a way, there's going to be people in high standing who need to influence society. So who better to go to than society's idols to get whatever you want out there? So yes, it can happen in a certain way. But as far as the entire theory that people have made up about this satanic group of people that are only here to push a satanic agenda, like it's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, but then why are so many artists on the checkerboard floors and the eyes?
Because if you use that symbolism, then
it sells.
People will buy it because they're intrigued. Like, oh, this person must have sold their soul.
So it's
like, even if they don't listen to your work, they will check you out just to see that symbolism you're doing.
Yeah, like
Sam, what's his name? Sam
Smith.
Yeah, at the Grammys, he comes out in all the devil outfit or whatever.
Lil Nas X literally gave a lap dance to Satan.
Exactly.
But we're talking about it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
we're talking about it right now.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So if you had to put money on it, you would say that there's not a group of people that approached Lil Nas X and said, "Hey, this would be great."
I mean, I can't say 100%. It just seems weird because I personally think the people who control the earth are more in it for the money rather than Satanism.
Music industry's huge. Dude, I saw another conspiracy theory where they said that the jails and prisons and music labels are basically owned by the same people. Dude, it's crazy if you see it.
I haven't heard that one.
Like if you look at Virgin, Atlantic, Universal, Columbia, Sony, and then you look at these prisons, hip hop music, it shows like, there was a graph that started from the 1940s and people that were incarcerated in these jails and prisons, from 1940 to like 1980, it was very low. But once the 80s came out and everyone's making these gangster rap albums and the labels are like, hey, keep making this gonna sell.
There could be a correlation as far as the music influencing criminal activity.
Right, but what's crazy is they went back and they looked at all these record companies, and the record companies, the
have
owners
some kind of tie-in.
they actually owned the prisons. That's crazy,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, I'm about to see that.
I'll
Yeah, send
have
me
to
the
show you that.
link. I want to see that.
I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Let's continue on this list. All right, number 3 on the most legendary. Help me out here.
The greatest live performances.
Yes, number 3 is Led Zeppelin at the Royal Albert Hall, and this was in 1970. Have we not checked out something from them on
From
this?
1970. No, we've seen. I don't know that we saw the Royal Albert Hall performance, have we? We may have. We've seen live performances from them. We've seen them in giant stadiums, like baseball or soccer stadiums or whatever.
I feel like we've seen an artist. It may not have been Led Zeppelin, but I feel like we've seen an artist that was at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, I think we have, as a matter of fact. I'd have to go back and look through the videos and find out which one, but yeah. Either way, Led Zeppelin. Yeah, probably one of the biggest names in psychedelic music ever.
It's crazy that they're number 3 and the Beatles were number 2 or number 4. You would think the Beatles would be like number 1, dude.
Yeah, you would think, but I mean, it's not necessarily how big the artist was, although all these are going to be gigantic artists.
Huge.
Yeah, but either way.
Just a quick backstory. It says there are some venues that are considered holy grails among musicians. London's Royal Albert Hall is one of them. Dating back to the Victorian era, this concert hall has hosted everything from ballet to opera to rock concerts. Specifically, it hosted Led Zeppelin at the prime of their career. On tour for Led Zeppelin 2, quote unquote, the band proved they were more than worthy of the hallowed space with their unrelenting energy and first-rate musicianship. The concert was preserved and remastered on DVD in 2003. With this concert, you'll see why the names Robert Plant and Jimmy Page are held in such high regard.
And they sure are. We've learned that from doing this.
Yes.
They are considered one of the greatest singers and guitar players of all time.
Man, shout Robert Plant and Jimmy Page. Just like, you always talk about like Bone Thugs and Harmony, like y'all are all from the same place, and y'all all make y'all just fit perfectly.
Yeah,
like,
which seems weird and leads you to believe, or at least think about the possibilities of either it's a spiritual alignment or it's something in the simulation or a conspiracy or something,
Well, then what is it? If that's where our brain goes, why is that then?
Because it's hard to believe that things like that just happen by
coincidence,
chaos, happenstance. Yeah, like okay, so think about Bone. You got 5 kids originally who could all sing better than the average artist in the industry, who could rap better than the average artist in the industry, and they all had the perfect tones, and they just happened to meet up without the fame
in the same state,
yeah,
city,
in the same
and county,
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even though Busy was originally from Columbus, but he was living in Cleveland. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's just strange to think that's what leads you to believe, okay, so maybe they did sell their soul. There's the whole story about the Ouija board. And maybe they didn't have those talents before they talked to a certain entity. Man. So it leads you to, ponder on such things like that.
Just a quick, one day I might do a Trash Talker Cribs episode and show you guys a view of a walkthrough of my house and show you what my house looks like. But when you walk in my house, there's a big what is on my coffee table right when you walk in?
Oh, the Ouija board.
There's a Ouija board right there on my coffee table. Yeah. But I don't know, dude. I mean, looking at Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, it's like, dude, y'all were destined to it could just be a big coincidence. Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. Without them two, there would be no Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Hollywood and Smoke Dog. Think about how we came together. There would be no Trash Talkers Rappers Rag if we did not come together. We happen to live in the same city. We happen to like the same stuff. Like, what are the we didn't.
It's crazy to think that it was just a coincidence, huh?
Did we mess with Ouija boards when we were younger?
I did.
I did too.
Yeah. I don't know that I was asking whoever was the entity on the other side of the Ouija board, hey, can I please have a YouTube channel one day whenever that's a thing?
No, not even that, but it's like me and you. It's just crazy how things work.
I mean, destiny may be a thing. It may just be all part of the simulation. could be.
What level are you at? If this is a Matrix and this is a video game, what level are you at? Because I'm at level 69. I'm at 66. What level are you at? You probably at 75 or something.
I don't know. Maybe. I've actually always been connected to the number 66 too.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Hollywood 6.
Yeah.
Why? See, me too though. That's
because I remember at my grandparents' house when I was a kid. Their address had 2 6s and it was like
same with me.
And their phone number
69,
was
69 Landrum Drive with me. Go ahead, sorry.
But their phone number was 466 also. So I was like, oh, 66. And I started noticing that everywhere in life, like 66.
Yeah.
And you go to work and you clock in or whatever and you see 66 on the register or something like that, you know.
All right, just y'all don't see this on camera. You see right there the X99?
Yeah,
turn that upside down.
66, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what are the
maybe it's all numerology or something.
Dude, I don't know. When you start thinking about how some of these bands and some of these groups came together, numerology.
That's another thing. Like, what's the Hebrew term? Gematria.
Gematria, yeah.
A lot of people believe that everything runs off this mathematical system, and you can actually crack the code by studying the numbers of everything.
Well, if you believe in the Matrix and the simulation thing, everything's ones and zeros.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, but also, I mean, it has to run on the method of mathematics. You know, like you can't, you wouldn't be able to build a computer program without math, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Well, that's everything.
Everything in nature is mathematical equations.
And you want me to tell you what's crazy? Everything in nature is made of carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what carbon number is on the periodic table?
What is it, 6?
Carbon. I don't know if I can see it, but I got carbon right there. Yes, it is 6. Which that's what everything's created of. Mm-hmm. You've seen 6s your whole life. I've seen 6s my whole life.
Yeah. And Jim Carrey saw number 23 everywhere.
3 times 2 is what?
Yeah.
6.
Number 2 is actually Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock.
Of course, dude. Of course.
This should have been number 1.
Dude, there is some because I just want to see if I really want to know. And any trash talkers out there, if you guys were at that show, I really want to know, is it really true that he had the LSD in the bandana, or is that just a myth?
No, that's probably a myth, right?
But what if it's true, though, and he's like,
his method of intake is just to put it in, I mean, I guess
you can do that. Work. If you're sweating, it can do that.
It would work, but...
He's like, I don't want to full trip it. I want it slowly.
Yes,
yes, dude. Jimmy's up there like...
And it's not out of the realm of possibility, for sure.
Possible.
It says Woodstock is one of those historic events that's as important as people say it is. And Jimi Hendrix's performance there is in an absolute class of its own. The guitar legend became a generational icon with his headline performance. I wonder if he wasn't quite as renowned and as big until this performance.
Oh,
yeah.
Good point.
So much about this performance has become part of fart.
Yes.
Become part
like
of
with the butt trumpets.
part of pop culture and lore. Courageous renditions of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
It actually says.
And dude, what even made him pick that song?
From it. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to actually say something, but it says his fringe jacket and his red bandana. I thought it was actually going to say and what he had in that bandana.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Hendrix could perform any song in any outfit, and his genius would still shine through.
Absolutely. I mean, why did he pick this Star-Spangled Banner? That's not a Jimi Hendrix song.
Oh, I think it was just because he's at an American event, and he's like, what is more apropos than the Star-Spangled Banner? And he obviously learned how to play it somewhere along the way, you know, because it's a popular song in America that had been played for centuries
years
by that time, you know. I guess, I don't know. We'd have to look up when the Star-Spangled Banner was actually written. Was it not during the Revolutionary War?
I knew you were about to say that. But
it might have been.
Also, do you think, did he open... I can understand if he opened Woodstock up with that show.
I'm trying to think, because he was one of the last performers. And it was like Sunday morning he was playing.
Dude,
And-
you're out there for 4 days. You've been
Yes.
tripping your balls off all day, and you wake up to.
Yeah, well, think about it. He's up there, like, it's probably, like, by day 4, everybody's worn out. Everybody's just, they're not even dancing anymore. They're just sitting there like, is that Jimi Hendrix?
Huh?
And, you know, to get the crowd back up and moving, he's just dun, 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 dun.
That's the song everyone there knows.
Yeah,
So it's like,
exactly.
hey, y'all done went through 3 days of music and
Yeah.
usage and who knows.
And probably nobody had ever heard it played like that before that time.
Yeah.
In a psychedelic guitar style.
God, and the way, dude, we reacted to the video. The way that he was the instrument.
Yes, he was in the zone.
Dang it, I remember a comment on that video. They said Jimi Hendrix didn't play the guitar played Jimi
Yes,
Hendrix.
yes.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's what happens when you get in the zone. When you hit that flow state, you become one. It sounds like a bunch of new age hooey, you know, like
pseudoscience.
yeah, it does. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you become proficient at something,
I know where you're going.
You've been doing it long enough. One day you will be performing in front of an audience, and you will become one with what you are doing. And you'll know it when it happens, and nothing can go wrong. It will be exactly perfect, and it's not even effort. It's just flowing out of you.
Man.
It's such a great feeling when it happens. And you really you'll start hallucinating in a way.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when I was on stage in front of 10,000 people, like it was like so surreal. I could actually see the words jumping out of the speakers, like going out and then landing over the crowd. It was amazing. And I was hitting every word right.
Perfectly.
Yeah, because it was just in the moment you hit that flow state and you start seeing things that you never thought was possible. And
like you said, if you could bottle that up,
yes,
sell
oh
it.
my God. And it's so hard to explain to people that have never felt it. But once you become proficient at something, at some point you will feel that happen.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing.
And a lot of these artists on this list, I'm sure, have had that experience.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Let's see. So the number one, according to Watch Mojo, of the best live performances ever is Queen at Live Aid
Oh,
in
yes.
1985.
Yes, we have seen some
Is
of
that
this
crazy?
performance.
Is that
Yeah.
another coincidence? Queen at Live Aid?
What's the correlation there?
Live Aid?
Oh. I see where you're trying to make the correlation.
My conspiratorial brain is just going.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, live, of course, aid is for funding for charitable organizations or whatever. But
Yeah. Okay. Just.
but anyway, that is a great performance. I'll tell you that.
Wait, we saw that, didn't we?
Yes, we've seen
Yes, we
parts of
did.
this.
And this.
When he was getting the crowd to go la 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 la
La
la,
la la la. Anyway, dude, that was amazing, dude.
and he's like directing them like la.
And they would do it, but dude, he would hit some notes where he's like, whoa, la, la, la. And they're like, all right, we can't do that one.
Yeah,
bro. We
gotcha.
can't do that one. I did something you can't. But this was in 1985. It says many renowned artists performed at Wembley Stadium for the Live Aid benefit concert in 1985, including David Bowie, The Who, and Paul McCartney. However, there's one performance that stands not only as the greatest of Live Aid, but also arguably the greatest performance in recorded musical history. Jesus Christ. Queen performed for a mere 21 minutes, but they did more with that time than most bands do with their entire careers. Every single moment from Bohemian Rhapsody to We Are the Champions was transcendent, and frontman Freddie Mercury and his white tank top shone brightest of all. The Queen legend lives on to this day, and his performance is a major reason why.
Listen, man. Freddie Mercury might be the greatest vocal performer of all time.
He's up there, dude.
Absolutely.
Gotta be
up
top
there.
three. Gotta be top three.
Yeah, I can't think of. I mean, is there anybody that it would be a consensus that everybody goes, well, that person is definitely better than Freddie Mercury?
Well, here's the thing. Music is subjective, so everyone's going to have their opinion.
True.
But from what we have seen, the comments we have read, definitely Freddie Mercury's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I had to put someone else that, just off the comments I've read, a vocalist,
I mean, we've been through the Lane Staleys and Floor Jensens.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, Floor would be up there.
yeah.
Damn, Lane would be up there too.
I know Freddie was actually in that the frontman competition, and I believe no, it wasn't in the greatest vocalist because that was 90s and 2000s.
He was definitely in the greatest frontman. I think he won, didn't he?
He won a couple rounds. He did not win the overall. Floor won.
Oh yeah, Floor. Yeah. But I mean,
maybe that's someone that people could contest that is better in certain people's opinion. But, like you said, art is subjective, but it's almost a general understanding that Freddie Mercury, amongst all people of all races, that Freddie Mercury might have been the greatest of all time.
Dude, what if someone is out there right now is like, no, Psy from Gangnam Style is the best vocalist ever.
I mean, there's probably somebody that believes it.
I mean, again, like you said, music is subjective. Mm-hmm. There's somebody out there that probably thinks the dude who does the from Clown Core is the greatest vocalist of all time, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man, but that's a hell of a performance right there.
Yeah, dude, guys, if y'all haven't seen that reaction, go check that one out because that was it. I can't imagine what it would feel like to be there, to see Queen in that bright white tank. We call them white clothes down here. White,
strutting across the stage,
going to the right side, the left side. He
always poked his chest out.
I mean, he was a great crowd
all around.
Yeah, like, man,
crowd control,
Freddie
everything,
Mercury, dude. Legend, man.
Yeah, that's one of the marks of a great vocalist and frontman.
If you can
crowd control,
exactly.
Yes,
exactly. You got any OMG, WTF?
I do.
What you got
Let
today?
me pull them up here. What we got?
Is it OMG? Is it
OMG and WTF?
So not a oh my God, but oh my Georgia.
Yes.
And not a what the Florida. OG. Okay, what we got?
All right, and these headlines are not going to elicit a huge response because they're not necessarily funny or extremely shocking, but we will get into the stories. I'm going to give you two headlines. You're going to tell me which one comes from Georgia and which one comes from Florida.
Okay.
All right, I'll start with this one. Very simple here. Man breaks into jail.
Florida. Wait a minute. Hold on. Why are you breaking? Wait a minute. I thought you said break. My brain heard break out.
No, he broke into jail.
All right. Before you read what happened, because maybe there's a loved one in there, someone that he needed to see. So what's the other one? Yeah, what's the other one?
All right. A mayor arrested on burglary.
Yeah. I messed up today too.
And trespassing charges.
So mayor arrested for
burglary and trespassing charges.
Breaking out of jail, man. I'm breaking out. God, it doesn't even sound.
I know it's hard to say because you're like, no one's ever done that.
Breaking. Why would you do? Like, how? What are you? First of all, where do you get the jumpsuit? Like, where do you get your bracelet? Like, how are you getting commissary? Like, you're literally.
You got to try to sneak in.
Okay, so
as soon as you walk in the door, they're like, "What are you doing out here in the lobby?"
I'm supposed to be in dorm D.
They opened the wrong door. I don't know how I got out.
Sir, you're wearing Nikes and a polo outfit. Like, okay.
Oh, dude. I'll tell you the story.
No,
afterward.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I almost had that happen one time when I was.
You almost broke into jail?
No, I was delivering oxygen to a jail. It was the one down in Stockbridge. I think it's the Henry County Jail, and I was delivering there. And I was in the medical unit and delivering oxygen. And a woman walks in and she said, "What are you doing out here?" I was like, "I'm delivering the oxygen." She's like, "Why are you not dressed out?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm not in jail."
She thought you were an
in
inmate?
jail, but I'm not in jail.
She thought you were an inmate?
Yeah, she thought I was an inmate, yeah.
Wait, what happened?
No, I explained to her. I was like, I'm delivering your oxygen. I guess because the nurse there had already walked out, and I was just in the room by myself, and then some other lady walks in, and she's like, "Why are you in here?"
Wait, what does jail need oxygen for?
For the medical unit.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, they get all kinds of people that have medical issues,
that need
asthma attacks and whatnot.
I got you. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna say the mayor that got arrested. First of all, your mayor that burglarized and
mayor,
and he trespassed too.
Yes.
I'm gonna say he's from Florida, because that sounds like someone that just like, hey, I'm the mayor of this county. I'm just gonna go out there and do it. And I'm gonna say, God dang, but
You saying Florida mayors be wildin'?
Nah, but I can't, bruh, George. Look, I can't hate on my Georgia. I don't know. I live in Georgia, and I've been here for damn near 32 years of my life. Georgia, I don't know anyone that's going to break into jail. So I'm gonna say, Florida is the jail break-in, and Georgia is the mayor.
Yep, you're right.
Okay. I mean, please read the mayor first, because I need to hear the Florida last.
And this is actually a long story. I'm gonna try to
you ain't gotta read all of it.
But a Georgia mayor was charged with burglary and criminal trespassing Saturday, leading the way for him to temporarily be placed by one of 5 city council members who sued him this year. I gotta synopsis this somehow. The mayor of the city of South Fulton in
Oh wow, that's Atlanta.
Man, my dyslexia is killing me today. Where was I at? He was charged with criminal trespassing and first-degree burglary. He was released on the same day with $11,000 bond,
which would be $1,000 and $1,100.
The police department forwarded a request for more information. I want to see, where does it explain what he did. All right, the police, the city of South Fulton is committed to upholding. Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but I need a part of this story where it actually says what he did.
You could do your own Googles on this one, and you guys can see that a mayor.
Yeah, because I'm reading through this whole story, and it's telling about what happened after he was arrested, but I don't see anything.
I want to know what he burglarized. I want to know what he trespassed. And
that's what I'm trying to find out. But it's all talking about. Maybe I just pulled a bad story. This is a real story, but maybe I pulled a section where they expected you to already know what happened.
Yeah,
and they're
being
just
in
doing
Georgia,
a follow up.
We should kind of know, but the trash talkers understand.
Yeah,
you guys can look it up. So, what about the Florida? Let me hear that one.
Yeah, definitely. This is a much easier one here. A 24-year-old man got high.
I knew drugs were involved.
Tried to break into county jail, but that's not all. After purposefully driving his car into the front door and trying to climb a fence, he got tangled in the fence's razor wire. Oh my God.
Oh.
Needless to say, he didn't make it into the building. His motivation? ? Wanting to hang out with his friends who were in jail. His wish was granted.
I was right. He had to have family or like some homeboys in there.
And he got arrested without bond. In Florida, man, a released inmate breaks into jail when he realizes he's left the facility without a personal belonging. Oh, wow. Much like the real-life event, this scene is complete chaos. Wow. In the series. This is from a movie, by the way.
Yeah.
The series...
Wait, this actually happened, though?
Well, the original story happened, and then they go into this synopsis about in Florida, man.
I got you.
The story, yeah. The man actually makes it into the prison walls during the break-in and is held without bond. So this guy did it in real life following the Florida man's story.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't say much else after that. He was arrested and held without bond.
Listen, there are 4 things I've always been told you don't wish on anyone. You never wish jail, death, unemployment, or addiction on anyone. Mm-hmm. But this dude said, you know what? I need to see my homeboy.
Dude. I don't know if he watched the Florida man's story or whatever.
And got inspired by it.
And figured like, hey, I can break in also. Or if he was just...
Why would you want to do that?
He was just like, you know what? I got no friends out here. Tons of friends in there. Let's get back in.
Smoke, you know what I think we need to do with this particular story?
What's that?
Let's play a game of drugs or mental illness.
It did say he was high, so that kind of gives it away. But like we always say, addiction is a mental illness.
Yeah. Man, God, dude, look, I have been effed up before in my life. Not once. When you effed up, you afraid of the police.
Exactly.
This dude running to the police, dude.
Yeah. You know what Dr. Drew always says? He says that since he's an addiction medicine specialist, he sees that people on the white, the C, they are afraid of police. They try to avoid police.
Yeah.
But then the people on the M are somehow courage. They get more courage and they confront police more often.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know.
That's so.
He just said it's something that he's noticed.
Okay. Wait.
Why it alters you to make you confrontational with police rather than being scared of the police.
But here's the thing, though. I know you mentioned the C, people being on the C, being just
paranoia,
hide the door, lock the doors, let everything down. But you hear that the same thing about people on the M. Like, think about people like, dude, I've seen people climbing in trees. Like,
they do that. They go into a psychosis for sure. But you also see them cohorting out in public while they're on it, because how many videos of where some dude is just running around the store like, I don't know, where's the candy bars?
To me,
where
first of all, ain't no M head eating nothing. Ain't no M head eating nothing, dude. I don't know. Dr. Drew.
Or they'll be waiting in a line of people like, are we,
bruh? You alright back there?
Are we?
How many times you gonna fix?
How much longer is this gonna take? I gotta get some lottery tickets.
There's 2 people in front of you, sir.
Well,
how many times you gonna fix your damn shirt? Start trying to eat your own ear.
I feel bad for those people when I see those videos, because it's like
sad.
They can't control themselves.
Dude, not only that, but the ones like when people like in Kensington Avenue. Have you? I don't mean to laugh, but have you seen the Dope Olympics?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's got a great lean. He's laying on him. Oh, I'll give this a good 8.3, and they're like, oh, she's got the great arm.
Yeah.
Like, man, you don't want to laugh.
The what was it? The duos lean, where they had to lean on
Yeah,
each
they were
other.
leaning.
Like, I feel sorry for the people that can't get out of their addiction, and they do
and
stuff
we
like
hope
that
you
and
get
it
out
affects
of
them
it.
so bad.
Yeah.
But man, it's crazy to watch sometimes.
It is like, I mean, just coming from where we come from, look.
It's hard to judge.
Yeah, it is. Well, not only that, bro. I can promise you, I've never during my fiasco, during my heyday, and I have never been to the point where I've had to come up to you and like.
You see that lighter? Hold on, get that lighter. Hey man, grab that lighter. Grab that lighter. Grab that lighter.
Huh?
Grab that lighter. Right there. Grab that lighter. You see that lighter?
Huh?
See that lighter? See that lighter? Man, grab that lighter.
Dude, I've never been that.
Never.
I mean,
never.
God dang, bro.
Or I've never just stood in a line like, hurry up. Hurry up.
I need that $2 lottery ticket. God dang it.
Can I just go first?
No.
I'm in a hurry.
Man, look, let's stop making fun of that, because that's something.
I know, it's sad. Like I said, it's sad, but it's also crazy to see these people do it.
I mean, bruh.
I mean, there's a fine line between.
Hey, they so good at not hitting the floor. They could be all. They is not gonna hit that.
Dude, and some of them you don't even know how they balance.
They
be a straight L, just bent over,
hey, bro,
and not falling somehow.
I see where this dude was like. He was literally like his leg. His legs were normal, right?
Yeah.
His whole body.
Yeah, exactly. It's
He was
how
like, I
do you
ain't never
balance
seen
like that?
He said the whole top of his body is dead, and his
It looked
body
like Michael Jackson doing the lean.
but he's walking perfectly fine. I gotta show you that video, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, this was a good one here, Smoke.
Yeah.
This was a good one, dude. Man, yeah, guys, let us know what your favorite musical performance that you've ever witnessed personally. And also go check out Watch Mojo's top 20 greatest music festivals or music performances of all time.
Yeah.
And also, again, leave a comment down in the section. And your comment, if it gets enough likes, the top 3 comments will be read on the next podcast. And you got anything else, Mo?
No, other than go ahead and send us some stories if you got any good OMG, WTFs, or
wherever.
anything from anywhere that's crazy enough to get read on the show.
Yes, 100%, guys. And with that being said, my name is Berenger Hollywood.
Get out loud, man.
6.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez.
And we are
over.
And
out.
I didn't know when to say deuces.
Deuces.
God dang it, dude. Jesus.